Edward IV is forced to flee the country, and Henry VI is back on the throne, dazed and confused, like, wait, what year is it? Margaret? Captured. Henry VI dies mysteriously in the Tower that same night.
Hi there, sweet king. How are you feeling?
Twice.
You want your video game?
With his enemies dead or imprisoned, Edward IV takes back the crown, solidifies his power, and rules like a king who's seen some stuff. Not a nice guy. The Lancastrians are crushed, and for a while England breathes. But behind the scenes, the seeds of chaos are sprouting like cursed garden weeds. Edward gets comfortable. A little too comfortable. He enjoys the wealth, the wine, the women, and the courtly splendor, but fails to fully secure his legacy. His biggest misstep? Edward? Shit. Yes, Edward. Oh, Edward. Edward. Dying suddenly at the age of 40 in 1483, leaving his 12-year-old son Edward as heir. A child king on a kingdom built by backstabbing? That's not gonna go well. Enter his little brother Richard, Duke of Gloucester, the alleged villain with a crown to catch. Richard is battle-tested and loyal, at least until opportunity knocks. Named Lord Protector by the late king, Richard's supposed to guide Edward V, but instead relocates him and his little brother to the Tower of London. You know, for their safety. The two princes were never seen again. Within just a few months, Richard declares the late Edward IV's marriage invalid, making the young princes illegitimate. Parliament rubber stamps the whole thing, and bam, Richard III takes the throne in 1483. By the way, whether Richard killed the princes or not is still debated. Some say yes, others blame Tudor propaganda. Regardless, history still remembers him as the crooked king, both morally and literally, because he had scoliosis. But wait, here comes Henry Tudor, the last rose standing. Across the channel, a young exile named Henry Tudor is watching the madness unfold. His claim to the throne is, let's call it flimsy but convenient. He's a distant Lancaster by blood. With the Yorks in disarray and Richard III widely distrusted, he sees his chance. In 1485, he invades England and clashes with Richard III at the Battle of Bosworth field, where Richard is killed in battle. Legend has it, he lost his horse and went down swinging. Henry takes the crown. Marries Edward IV's daughter, uniting York and Lancaster, and becomes Henry VII, the first Tudor king. He slaps a new symbol on everything, the iconic red and white Tudor rose, and rebrands this whole messy feud as ancient history. The War of the Roses is over. The Tudors win. And Richard III's reputation? Absolutely buried. Both literally and figuratively. That is until archaeologists dug him up under a parking lot in 2012. Thanks for watching. If you thought this was wild, wait until we get into Henry VIII and the Six Wives Saga. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next royal meltdown.